Hello students, welcome back. It's me Teacher Hussein. Today we are going to start this topic, heat effects of heat on matter. We learned about matter and we said that matter is anything that has mass and volume. And we talked about the states of matter, the solid, the liquid, and the gas, right? So we're going to see the effects of heat on these states of matter. What happens when you give some heat, and what happens when you take away some heat from the matter, right? From the matter. Okay. Heat affects matter in different ways. It affects matter in different ways. It changes it from one state to another. It changes it, meaning the matter, from one state to another, from solid to gas, from gas to solid, from liquid to gas, from gas to liquid, so on and so forth. Depending on whether the amount of heat applied to the matter is increased or decreased, various changes of state can take place. Yeah? If you increase, means if you give some more heat, it will change in certain ways. If you take away some heat or decrease the heat you give, like freezing, it will also change in certain way, right? Okay. Examples of changes of state. A salt can change to liquid, like ice to water. For example, if you have ice in a cup and put it in the sun, or maybe close to a source of fire, close to fire, it will change from ice, which is solid, to water, which is liquid, right? To water, which is liquid. Again, a liquid can change to solid back. Yes, water to ice. If you freeze water, it will become ice, which is solid. So water is liquid, ice is solid. A liquid can change to gas. If you boil water to higher temperatures, it will become gas, water vapor. Water vapor is the gas form of water. A gas changes to liquid, water vapor to water. If you cool down the water vapor, it becomes what? Water. So it will change from gas form to liquid form. Yes, so these are examples of changes of state, from solid to liquid, from liquid to solid, from gas to liquid, and back. That's to say, from liquid to gas. When matter is heated, if you heat a matter, it changes its state. It changes its state. It can melt. It can evaporate. It can expand. If you have ice or a salt and put it to high temperatures, that solid might turn into liquid. So to melt is to change from solid to liquid. If you have liquid and boil it to high temperatures, the liquid will change from its liquid form to gas form. It's called evaporation. Sometimes some of the solids, when you boil them, they don't turn into liquid. They just increase in size. They just increase in size. So that's called expansion, right? That's called expansion. When the amount of heat, that is heat, when the amount of heat in matter is decreased, it changes its state. If you decrease the amount of heat in matter, that's to say, if you take the heat out of the matter, if you condense it or freeze it, it changes its state. It can condense. If you lower the temperature, it can condense. If it's gas, for example, if you have gas, the gas becomes what? The gas becomes liquid. That's called condensation. If you have liquid like water and decrease the temperature, like you put it in a fridge, it freezes. It freezes means it becomes solid. The gas, the liquid becomes solid. The liquid becomes solid. If in certain times some of the if you have some solids and again you decrease the temperature of that solid, it contracts. Instead of expansion, when you give it a lot of heat, it becomes contracted and it becomes small in size, right? It's small in size. So melting. Ice is water in solid state. What's ice? It's a water in solid state. If you freeze water, it becomes what? It becomes ice, which is solid. When ice is heated, it turns into liquid water. Yes, if you heat ice, it will become liquid, which is water. The process of changing solid to liquid is called melting. What's melting? What's melting? Melting is the process. It's the process of changing solid to liquid. Yes, that's melting. Evaporation. When a liquid, for example, water, is heated, it changes into gas. If you heat water, it will become gas, water vapor. Water vapor is called steam. So when liquid changes into gas, it's known as evaporation. Water vapor is the gas form of water. It's also called steam. Steam and water vapor are the same. These are the gas forms of water. When liquid changes into a gas, it's known as evaporation, and sometimes it's called boiling. Condensation. When water vapor cools, it turns into liquid. It becomes liquid. This process is known as condensation. Yes, if you have water vapor and you cool them, it becomes what? Liquid. Yeah, that's called condensation. Freezing. When liquid is cooled, it turns into solid. When liquid is cooled, it turns into solid. This process is called freezing. So freezing is when you change liquids into solids. So now this is the whole process in one picture. If we have ice and you heat it, it becomes what? It's melting. If you melt it, it becomes liquid. If you boil the liquid and evaporate, it's called evaporation. It becomes what? Vapor, gas. Yeah. If you cool the vapor, which is the gas, it becomes liquid. If you freeze the liquid, it becomes solid. Sublimation is direct change from ice to solid to gas. Deposition is direct change from gas to liquid. Yes, gas to liquid. I hope you understand it. It's very easy. Thank you very much.